Hello there, and welcome back to another Regal Mystery Movie Review. Before we get started, I want to remind you to go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel because we're so close to getting 300 subscribers. And just what was the Regal Mystery movie that played on September 22nd, 2025? Well, it was none other than the movie Dead of Winter. A woman traveling alone through snowbound northern Minnesota to go ice fishing interrupts the kidnapping of a teenage girl. Hours from the nearest town and with no phone service, she realizes that she is the young girl's only hope.
Rated R.
I've only seen the trailer for this movie once, and ironically, it was during the previews for the previous mystery movie, which makes sense since both of the movies are distributed by the same company, Vertical. Emma Thompson plays Barb, the recently widowed woman who stumbles upon the kidnapping while she's going ice fishing. She's very polite and kind, exuding that Minnesota charm. Emma Thompson is the kind of actress that I know who she is, and I know a lot of the things that she's acted in, but I haven't actually seen anything of hers. But she maintains her reputation here. I really liked her. Emma brings a sweetness to Barb, but also an intelligence. She understands these winter woods. Emma was a bright spot for the film. Judy Greer plays Purple Lady, the woman who kidnaps Leah. Yes, Purple Lady is her credited name because of the purple snowsuit that she wears. And that bothered me. She's the second main character. Please, give her a name. Purple Lady and her husband Camo Jacket, played by Mark Menchaca, kidnap Leah and bring her to a secluded cabin. Judy Greer is known for both her comedic and dramatic roles, this one being the latter. She does well with the material given to her, but her character just feels incomplete, which is unfortunate because she doesn't really get a chance to shine. The kidnapped girl Leah was played by Laurel Marston. Her role is minimal and obscure, mostly just there to move the plot forward. She gives the main character somebody to talk to. Now, I want to be 100% upfront with you. I found Dead of Winter to be pretty boring. Throughout most of the movie, I just found myself staring up at the screen, watching the characters behave predictably. There are life and death stakes here, but there's not enough information about the characters to make me care about them. Though you may feel differently, because my fellow audience members seem to really enjoy the film. The film opens up on a grieving Barb as she prepares to go ice fishing. We see some flashbacks of her and her late husband, Carl. Yes, even her dead husband got a name. She sets out on a long journey in her beat-up truck as a blizzard rolls in. As you see in the trailer, she comes upon a cabin and meets Camo Jacket. She eventually sees the kidnapped girl and makes a promise to save her. What follows is a game of cat and mouse, alternating roles between Barb and the kidnappers. Barb is really clever when it comes to dealing with them. She uses her knowledge of winter and the woods to gain an upper hand. And this is actually really good. I was surprised about how well thought out her plans were. And this back and forth happens throughout the rest of the movie until the finale, which was darker than I was expecting. A good ending for this hour and 37-minute slog of a film. Now, the main reason I was bored watching this is the lack of information about the characters. Now, Barb is explained fairly well. She's a widow on her way to ice fish in order to honor her husband and wants to do the right thing by saving Leah. Through the use of flashbacks, we see important moments in her marriage. Sometimes these memories correlate to her activities in the present, and other times they don't. And that's the thing about these flashbacks. They felt like a completely different movie. I get using them as a character building tool, but I felt they were used a little too often. It took the focus off the present drama and interrupted the pacing. I feel like those flashbacks would have actually made a good film on their own and not part of Dead of Winter. They felt earnest and genuine. It pulled too much focus from the main story while also not being focused on enough to be worthwhile. It was very uneven. In fact, I think that the flashbacks should have been used for some of the other characters as well. Take out some of the marriage ones and use them to give us some background on Purple Lady and Camo Jacket. Maybe even give them some names? The motivations for the killers are really vague. Some of the plot points were given in far-off conversations, and if you miss that, well, now you're lost. Even the big reveal at the end wasn't straightforward enough for me. Now, I understood why it was all happening, but the audience shouldn't have to mine for details. Judy Greer could have really knocked this role out of the park if she was given something to work with. Instead, she's just a strung-out kidnapper in a purple snowsuit, and that is boring. I did enjoy the visuals of the movie, even if there wasn't much happening in them. The film was shot in Finland, which really fulfilled that winter wonderland look. There's these great opening shots of the frozen landscape. Most of the movie takes place outside. It's always overcast, everything has a bluish hue. However, this contrasts completely with the flashbacks. I took this as a way of showing Barb's emotional state. Her current life as a widow is sadder, it's dull and blue. While she still goes on, it's just not the same without her husband. Now her flashbacks are much more vibrant. Even the memories that take place on the same frozen lake in winter are brighter. The sun is shining. It's a great way to show the happiness of her life before the movie started. As I stated before, this same technique could have been extended to the Purple Lady. Seeing her life before the kidnapping in full color would have expanded her character so much. It would also show how some people are one crisis away from a completely different life. In conclusion, Dead of Winter was a snore for me. The lack of character development prevented me from caring about their stories. The characters didn't even have names, let alone motivations. But at least the scenery was nice to look at. And it's for these reasons that I am giving the Regal mystery movie, Dead of Winter, the chilly score of 4 out of 10. And judging from what I see about other people's experiences with the movie, it looks like I'm in the minority with that score. But that's the beauty of art. Everyone gets to interpret it differently. And what about you? Did you see the Regal mystery movie Dead of Winter? If not, it comes out on September 26, 2025. So go ahead and grab a cup of cocoa and leave a comment down below. And don't forget your mittens and a subscription to the channel. Thank you for watching, and let's head back outside. Maybe not. Maybe I'll go ahead and rest my chestnuts here by the fire a little bit longer. You go ahead and I'll catch up. Bye.